Hello beautiful souls, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Anu and I am your psychic tarot host. Today's reading is about future spouse. So I wanted to give the decks as an option today, so whichever deck you're drawn to, go for that. I'm going to also pull out the Lovers cards for each of these decks. So let me just do that. So number one, this is the Celtic Tarot, and this is what the Lovers card looks like. Okay. Let's look at number two, which is my 𝗬𝗨𝗥 Tarot. I don't know why I said mine, but this is the Lovers card from the 𝗬𝗨𝗥 Tarot. And then we have number three, which is the Radiant Wise Tarot, if I'm not messing it up, with the third deck. And this is what the Lovers card looks like for that one. So go ahead and take your first pick. Of course, you can choose multiple, but go with the first one that you're drawn to most. And I will see you right at your selection. Hello group one, for those of you who chose the Celtic Tarot deck or the first Lovers card, this is going to be your reading, looking into future spouse. This was just a stage show. All the cards have already been drawn, so we're going to get right into it because I think this is one of the very much liked reading, but it takes a lot of time, so I've pre-pulled everything today. So you don't have to watch me shuffle, okay? And that's the reason we use different decks for each pile. So let's go ahead and see what is the overall essence for your person. Remember, this is general, okay? Take only the elements that you like, that resonate with you. Just forget the rest because we're trying to channel for a large group. And yeah, use your free will, use your judgment. That's what we're here for. If you need a personal reading, then you'll have to get in touch with me via email. So pile one, let's see what your person's true essence is. So we have the Hermit along with the Phoenix. Wow. Spiritual pile, spiritual person coming towards you. And this is somebody who has done a lot of shadow work, okay? Because Hermit mode is when we go into heal, when we go into really work through our dark night of the soul. What I really like is the Phoenix coming right next to it, which means they have done the work. Okay, so this is not like a wounded person or, you know, somebody who is still going through a lot and will likely, you know, rely on you. No, that's not the case. This person has done their work. They are the rising Phoenix that's really going through a, let's call it a spiritual growth spurt. I don't know why those words are coming, but again, a lot of channeling will be happening during this reading. So that's your person, okay? They may look very calm and quiet and mature. It's almost like a very wise energy because they've had certain experiences in life, okay? So they'll have a great deal of empathy, but also a great deal of drive through their life. So let's see what else we have going on here with them. We will look at what's currently happening in their mind-body space, mind-body spirit. So their thought process, they have the Father, which is the Emperor in this deck, and then they have Ogus, okay? So their goal, let's say, in life, especially at this moment, is really to be a leader of their life, but also strive for a lot of peace, because Ogus is all about peace if you look at this card, okay? And as I said, this is a very interesting person because they're somebody who's really come out of the dark night of the soul and they're taking charge of their life, okay? And their mental attitude is like, you can conquer whatever you put your mind to, but do it with a sense of integrity that brings you internal peace. That's what they follow, okay? That's their mindset. Let's see their heart space. We have, the Two of Cups, just called cauldrons in this deck. So we have the Two of Cups and Ahimsa. There you go, more peace, okay? This is a non-aggressive person in their heart. They are full of love. Their heart is fully healed, fully balanced, and really ready to be with their person, okay? So they're projecting this out there to the universe, you know, as we speak or whenever you're watching this reading, just like you, they are ready to come into union. And in their heart of hearts, really, the most important thing is peaceful, non-violent, non-aggressive connections. Okay, we're talking about love connections and their long-term partner that they're thinking of. That's what their heart wants. Okay, and they have a mindset of like, peace, harmony, and maturity is how we want to lead our life, is what's showing up so far. And let's see what's happening in their spirit. They have the 2, so another 2 of shields and Atman. Atman is the soul. It's a soul showing up in their soul body. And I think they're trying to figure out the balance of the 3D physical world and their spirituality, because again, we have a lot of spiritual energy coming through. So their soul is ready to bridge the 2, if that makes sense, right? They are ready to kind of find the path on earth, be in this love connection, and be able to create a nice balance, not pivoting one way, either way, like not going too much into the daily mundane or the earth life as we call it, and not going too much into the spiritual realm. Okay, so really, really, really balanced place that they're in right now. The other thing I'm noticing, very cool, we have a 2, 2, and a 4. So 2, 2, 4, and we are in 2022 year when I'm recording this. Okay, so there may be a lot of synchronicities that this person sees, but they're very well versed with the fluidity of duality. Okay, now duality, I know when we start out, we think of like there are 2 aspects and 2 different perspectives, but this person looks like they understand even the 2 perspectives are along the same spectrum. Okay, so black and white, if you think about it, we'll think of them as colors, as color black and color white. They may have a perspective of like, yeah, they're both colors. They're on the spectrum of color. Okay, so I hope I'm articulating this well, but this person is very wise, very mature, very loving, like extremely loving, and they know how to balance their energies and others very, very well. So amazing. All right. So let's see. We're going to look into how their core personality. Okay. So this is going to be our sun, moon, rising, which is like how they see the world, how they project themselves, where they find their security, and how the world sees them. Okay. So let's see how they view the world. This is the sun sign. So again, it does not have to be their sun sign. I just want to call that out. But so far I'm seeing Virgo and Aries related energy, but let's see. So this is how they view the world and how they project themselves. Ooh, more fire, guys. So this is Mars in Leo. Leo is the 5th house, egotism. Okay, so they view the world, and let me just pull this out as Page of Shields. Okay, so they kind of project themselves as somebody who's still learning, as a lifelong learner. Okay, with the Page of Shields, they're always willing to learn something new, and they see the world as full of opportunities. They see the world as always offering something new to learn. And their view of the world is like, you have to take action in order to get ahead. It is all in your hands. That's what I'm getting with the egotism. Now the shadow side of Mars and Leo can be sometimes recognition can be a main focus. And that's when we're going through our growth period. But with these 2 showing up, this pair, this combination is like they're probably gone through that cycle before the Hermit mode. They've been through that period of life where recognition and accomplishment was pretty important to them, and now their view has shifted and it's more about taking action, because Mars is all about action. And I like how it's coming right under the Father or the Emperor, who is honestly a very heavy Aries fire energy. So we have Aries, Leo, the sun taken as Aries or Leo as well, and then Hermit, which is the Virgo card. So earth and fire is showing up, but this is how they see the world. This is how they project themselves. And where they find their security in, we have, there we go, Jupiter in Sag in the 9th house, and then Knight of Wands. So more fire. We also have Sagittarius now showing up. Okay, so this could be somebody who's a fire sign or has major fire placements in their chart. And for them, security is when they're able to follow their passion. Okay. So at home, they're a pretty inspired person when they're, you know, in their PJs, just walking around the home. They are pretty creative and full of energy, really full of energy. And they project this energy out into their work as well, because we have Sagittarius and we have fulfillment here, right? So this person drives their security. And I don't want to say security because Saturn, it has not been an easy life for them in terms of career success, but they are very successful now. Okay, so that's what's coming through. So they have built their security through working hard and working through their career, and they're really full of a lot of creative ideas. So this is a passionate, creative person, always willing to learn something new, and also know that you have to take action in the world in order to achieve your fulfillment. So this could also be how their close family sees them, or how you would see them in home. Very inspired, very fulfilled. This is how they project themselves, and this is how the world sees them. Okay, this is the rising of how they portray themselves. We have Enterprise, Jupiter in Aries. Oh my God, there's so much Aries energy here. First house, so they could be a sun in Aries, and then Eight of Wands, more fire energy. Okay, so people see them as somebody who's very enterprising, who takes initiative, and who really builds a lot of momentum and goes after it. Okay, so there's somebody who are full of, oh my God, this person is really full of energy. What I see here, because I'm trying to tune into their current energies, is they have gone through a massive transformation. Of course, we have the Phoenix that sets the tone. And by the way, the symbol here is the symbol for the spiritual element, the ether. So they have definitely done their dark night of the soul, and they're at this point really fresh, ready for love, and ready for taking charge of life. And that's what's showing up over here. Okay, so you know, like your maybe first time people who meet them, and I was going to say, let's say your friends, when they meet them, they have this energy of like somebody who is full of passion, full of fire, and very lucky. They give out the energy of like that they're very enterprising and very lucky, because Jupiter is all about expansion and really taking the bull by the horns. That's what I feel. So they're always on the lookout for something new, a new opportunity to learn, to grow, and they go after it and they put the action in it. Okay, they're not just a dreamer, they're a doer, for sure. That's what's coming through. Let me just position the cards a little better. Hold on. Okay, so with that, let's look at the union. And you know what I want to do before that is actually pull some month and sign cards. So let me grab those. So some months that may be important to you or to them. Ooh, two flipped out. We have April and May. Okay, put them here. Let's get one more. Ooh. Oh, Astral House wanted to come. There we go, career. So this is interesting how it snuck in over here. So definitely somebody who is working on their career with the Enterprise as well. Let's get one more month. It's possible. Could be a business person. By business person, I mean a business owner. And then we have November. So these could be their birthday, your birthday, any months that are important to them or to you. And let's also try to see. Let's get maybe one or two astro signs for them. We have Jupiter. There you go. There are definitely, well, it's a general, so I can't say definitely. But Jupiter is about expansion. It's already showed up over here. Again, luck is on their side, or as they have worked through, they have kind of really been able to tap into the opportunities in their life at that time. There you go, fire element. They have a whole lot of fire, which means they have a lot of motivation to build their life, to build their career, to build their foundations at this time. So very self-oriented person and very, very intelligent. So that's what wanted to come out for them. The Mercury, their mind is, it's a very curious mind. So with Mercury, again, a little bit of air energy is showing up, but I feel they have heavy fire elements. And this could be personality, okay? So don't box it into sun signs and moon signs, but this is more about their essence is they're full of fire, they're creating their own luck, and they have a very, very intellectual, intelligent mind, along with being very spiritual. So I like this person. I like this person. Can I find him? Okay, so let's, we're gonna get into compatibility in the union. So let's see what is the mental compatibility in this connection. We have the, I'll show you the cards. We have the 8 of Swords. We have the Fool. And then we have the Mother, which is the Empress in this card. By the way, mother and father showing up. So either you may be a parent, they may be a parent, or you may want to expand your family for both of you, if that's an interest that's showing up over here. But mentally, again, this is like a connection where you'll be breaking barriers, okay? That's what I'm getting from this, is like really breaking our inhibitions, breaking through our own mental barriers, taking that leap of faith and really nurturing ourselves and each other. So there is a very strong, Mercury is very strong together in this connection where you'll lift each other up, you will nurture each other, and you will help each other break out of these crazy mental blocks that we go through, right? Because as we go through life, we get conditioned to certain experiences and then we think that's it and we can't break out of it, feeling stuck. That's not it. So this connection, both of you are going to really support each other in taking the new leap of faith, breaking through, making your own breakthrough moments, and then also helping nurture each other and take care of each other quite a bit in this. That's the mindset that's there in this connection. Emotionally, let's see, we have the 3 of Shields. There you go, building together. We have the Page of Wands. And then we have the Sun. I feel like, so definitely giving space to each other with the 3 of Shields, and 3 of Shields is the foundation, okay? So you will believe as a couple that the foundation needs to be really strong, and always having an open mindset. With the Page of Wands showing up over here, it's like giving each other the space to express ourselves, right? And also at the end of the day, emotionally just wanting to be very, very happy. Happiness is the essence, and that's what's going to bring you guys closer, where emotionally you feel you can be like a child. So what I'm getting very, and this is a major arcana, you have so many major arcanas here. What's showing up in the emotional strength and the way this is speaking to me is the connection is something like, you know, when they say we don't want to find someone that we can grow old with, we actually want to find someone that we can be a child with throughout our life. And what that means is like we keep our spark. We keep our spark. We're always innovative. We're always very happy and striving for happiness and fulfillment and building on that together. Okay, so it's not, it's you'll bring out the freshness in each other and you'll find a lot of happiness. Like this is the happiest card in the deck and showing in the heart space, like your heart will expand. It'll continue to expand throughout the connection, throughout the life together. And of course with the Sun showing up and the mother and father, so we have a family here. We definitely that's showing up, and this could be a, you know, if you want pets, if you want children, that's up to you, but whatever creation means to you, that is definitely happening in this connection, or both people are very open. This could also, because we have the 3 of Pentacles, can also be a business that you guys may start together. It's a possibility if that's something that you want. So physically, we have the King of Swords. We have the 10 of Cups. Nice. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Oh, so a lot of sword energy. And sword in physical is very fast movement, okay? So this is almost to me looking like a supernova, where the physical connection is, there's a lot of it happening, and it's happening very fast. So this may be a connection that really kicks off physically very quickly. But then with the King of Swords showing up here, there's almost like a desire to be open to new experiences, okay, and talking about them, because, you know, and I think this is the full family showing up over here in the Ten of Cups. So at the end of the day, definitely want to find comfort with each other, okay, take care of each other, but there's a lot of steam and hot and airy energy. It's not too much wands. I think there's a lot of quick movement in this connection, and with the focus of like, where do we feel at home with each other? So physically very strong. I feel a little, this could be quite a lot of action, a lot actually, because we have the Knight and the King, but there's a lot of openness on communicating what do we want in our physical connection. Well, that's not the word I wanted to say. Physically, how do we want to connect with each other? There'll be a lot of open communications around that. So keep that open. So if you have certain desires and how you want to feel physically, this person is going to be open to hearing that and then working through it, and vice versa, right? Vice versa. Okay, so let's see what may be a lesson that your soul is working on at the moment. So this is what you may be working on. You may have already done it, but this is your individual journey. And then we'll look at what they're working through, and then in the union, what you'll work through together. So you have the Rebel. So this is what your soul working through, along with Judgment. So Judgment says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So this is already something you have probably mastered, or you are mastering, because the Rebel is also, you know, somebody who challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. So you are somebody who's likely gone through your own journey, similar journey over here that's mirroring up. And, you know, either you have mastered this or you are working through this. Is like, we go through a tough time, we heal. There is a short transition period where we become a little bit more judgmental, because, you know, we get in the energy of what's the point of it? What's the point of it all? And sometimes we can compare ourselves to others, but then we break through that. And that's where the true balance comes, right? So that's maybe something that you already worked through or you're working through at the moment. And that's going to be something that's going to, if you can master that, if you can understand, that says over here with the Judgment card, that everyone has their own path and challenges, that's going to be like the final, I would say, the work that you need to do before coming into union. For them, they have the Knight. So light attributes are loyalty, romance, and chivalry, a love of honor. We had another Knight here. How many Knights do we have? We have 2 Knights here. Very interesting. So that's what they're working through. And then friendship, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So what they're working through is actually, because it's interesting here, it says loyalty, romance. What they're working through is actually opening up to romance. Again, look, their heart space is very, very open, but they may have been just heads down trying to keep their sanity and work on work, okay, career, because career is pretty high up on their radar. And we had this one pop out as well, yes. But their heart is ready, okay? Their heart is ready to be in union, and that's what they're working through, is opening up to friends, opening up to romance, and kind of finding. So it's interesting because this represents to me the Knight of Cups. So we have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So you have the air and fire energy, and now slowly they're opening up to the romantic side as well. And together, what you will learn or what you will create in the union, we have Lovers in reverse, and then we have Fear. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. And then the Lovers in reverse says, obsessive passion and harms others, self-destructive devotion. So and in the upright, it's really about great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. So of course it's in the reverse because the union has not happened. Okay, now together with these energies, especially over here with the mindset, I feel there are some blocks, there are some fears overall within each person, and that's what you're going to overcome together. Is like when you finally come into union, you will nurture each other, you will take that leap of faith and really see love or lover or your partner as somebody who complements you but is not your identity. Does that make sense? Because that's the shadow aspect of the lover, is where sometimes, you know, when we're healing, we get into thinking that we don't have an identity without another person. And that's what we're together learning to heal. Is like, no, we are complete on our own. Okay, we have our own path, but together in union, it's even more beautiful. However, we don't rely or we don't drive our identity from our partner. That's what this is. And then just like, you know, learning to really invite the energy of love and not the energy of fear into our lives, right? So very, very, very nice. I really like this. It's such a, it's like growing up together energy that's coming through. Okay, so let's close out your reading with 3 romance angel messages. Let's see what they have to say. Chemistry. There is a strong, did you hear that ding? Oh my God, I always mute my phone, but for you, something is dinging. So there'll be instant chemistry when this person comes through. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Passion. There's so much fire on this board. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay, so follow the chemistry, the passion, and worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your life. Okay, so definitely someone's coming through. There will be a lot of chemistry and a lot of passion. We had that in here with the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords. So that is chemistry, that is passion, follow it. And it is definitely worth waiting for. That's what I have for you, Pile 1. I hope you like it. If you do, give it a big thumbs up, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Hi, Pile 2. This is for those of you who chose the Ostara deck, and this is the Lover's card from this deck. So let's go ahead and see who is coming towards you, who your future partner or future husband or wife would be. Okay, your future spouse. That's what this is. This is a big reading. It's very popular. I have everything pre-drawn today, so we don't have to wait for the cards to be drawn. The only thing I'll be doing a live shuffle on would be the months and some astrology. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with your person. Let's see what their overall essence is. Before I get into it, please remember this is general. I'm trying to channel for a very large group, so only take what resonates and skip the rest and use your own free will, all right? So let's see, who is this person? We have the Beggar in reverse, and then we have the Moth. Very interesting. Quite different from Pile 1, but with some similarities, where this person has probably just recently gone through a dark night of the soul. Okay, they are coming out of it because we have this in the reverse. You know, the shadow aspect is dependence on others, you know, looking for help. And then the Moth spirit can sometimes be very restless. Now the Moth, when in balance, is very full of energy, very enthusiastic. So think of, you know, with all the animal spirit cards, you always want to think of them in real life. Like, how do they behave? How do they operate on day to day, right? Always drawn to the light, always looking for the bright side, always thinking there is so much more positivity in the world. Okay, that's the essence. But when, because it's coming with the reverse, probably they are over pivoting on the positives and trying to look for light. So they have a little bit of more healing to do. But overall, this person has gone through a cycle. They have done their work. They are just trying to find their feet in terms of self-worth. That is the one thing that's coming through for me, because the Moth can sometimes think that the grass is greener on the other side. But overall, like, it's that minor stage before which they come out and bloom. Okay, so they're almost done with their healing. But the biggest thing is people who go through this journey really come out and expand. And that's where, so probably when you're going to meet them is when they've done this part of their journey, but this is what they currently are working through. Okay, so let's see, definitely some spiritual experiences that they've gone through. So let's see what's happening in their mind, body, spirit, and their mental attitude. We have the Page of Wands with yamas or yamas. This really talks about, you know, a fresh perspective. Okay, so their attitude right now is like they want to learn anything new, they want to conquer anything new. There is a new perspective on everything, and yamas is all about our self rules. Okay, how do we regulate ourselves? What is important to us? What does it mean to be or build our life the way we want? Okay, so this is all self-oriented, and it's a sense of like being open to learning new ideas. Okay, very creative mind as well, but also very self-empowerment. It's very good to see, because with the moth, they are coming through this journey of where they're looking at themselves in a very positive way and being very open to new creativity and new spark. In their heart space, they have the Hierophant, well, believer of marriage or our commitment. And then we have a Buddha. Okay, both of these are very, very spiritual energies. So their heart is really expanding. And by the way, this is green. So you may see green color, or they may be wearing green. I don't know. Green will be an important element or color for this connection. At least when you meet them, I feel like there's going to be some indication of something green around them. I don't know what it is, that just came through. But in their heart space, they believe in a lot of peace and a lot of, they're actually a very traditional person at heart. That's what this is giving me. But traditions, not in the sense of boxing in, okay? They are very open to learning, because if you look at this Hierophant, there's so many scripts all around. So they have a very expansive view. They have had, they have learned through different types of people, different cultures. They have a very expansive heart overall, but also very, very peaceful. So really loving it. Really loving this. I really like that. But a very spiritual person, but they believe they may be somebody who was quite religious, but then they created their own path. Does that make sense? So they may have taken elements of their religion that resonate with them, and then trying to graduate to a spiritual level, if that makes sense. So definitely appreciate kindness and also some structure to their life. They like that, but they're definitely very, very spiritual person. And let's see, in the spirit, wow, woo, okay, wow. In the spirit, they have the High Priestess. So guys and gals, we have the High Priestess and the High Priest at the table. They are, oh, didn't I say balance? Yes. They are at an amazing stage. Let's see what this is. And we have Satya, which is the truth, okay? Their soul at this point is coming into complete harmony. And this is a very, very short-term thing, with this being in the reverse, in the shadow, because this moth is really balancing the masculine and the feminine side of spirituality. Oh, I'm just like, woo, goosebumps, literally goosebumps on me. Oh my goodness. So this person has gone through, or is just coming out of, a major spiritual awakening. Okay, this is where they're opening their heart and their mind and their soul, and they're ready to go. They have a very, very fresh view on life at this point, and they're learning their own traditions, creating their own traditions, and just following the truth in the sense of what resonates with them. So this may have been a major separation from family, is what I'm getting. I'm not seeing like a divorce type situation. That may have, if that's happened, or a long-term connection that is separated. That was a while ago. This is different. This is like completely deviating from their family structure and building new. Okay, that doesn't mean they're not going to be with family, but this is like a point in time where they've broken through their shell, okay, and they're just like bright and shiny at this point, and the family will catch up, okay, because they have leveled up. They've definitely leveled up. Oh my god, I don't know, this channeling is blowing my mind away. All right, what have you been up to? Oh my god, to attract somebody like this, like you've got to mirror this energy, so kudos to you as well, for sure. Okay, so let's look at their before we get into this, I want to let's just look at some astrological elements first. Guys, my head is spinning. Whoa. Okay, yes, this is a big transformative time in their life. So let's see astrologically what may be the key elements for them, what they're working through, what's happening around them, or major influences in their life at this time. Okay, we got two. We have Mars. Yeah, Neptune hidden. We have Neptune, we have Mars. So Neptune is all about spirituality, okay? This is our, does it rule the 12th house? It is our subconscious, it is religion, it is spirituality. Ooh, major spiritual awakening. And Mars is taking action, okay? So they, as I said, they have probably busted through their shell at this time. They're coming out and growing, and they're really embracing their spirituality and their own light, you know. They're, oh, look at that fire. So we have Mars and fire. So they have at this time, at least if not in their chart, we'll look at what we get over here, but they have a major fire bursting, so major awakening that they're going through at this point. And I want to see what astral house is their focus at this time. Yes, that's what we want to see. So they want marriage, which is, it's perfect for you. So let's see what maybe some of the important months for you, for them, or the months you may meet, maybe their birthday, your birthday, anything that's important. We're going to draw 3 of these. Just take what, you know, makes sense. And this is the lighter side, so don't box yourself into the month or the signs themselves, okay? Let's get one more. So we have January, February, December. All the winter months are coming through. All right, look at that. I'm recording this just in January, so we have February, January, and December as key months for this connection. This could be when you meet them, when you commit to each other, their birthday, your birthday. Take it as it fits, okay? Awesome, but a lot of fire. This is fire element, and Mars is all about fire. And then there's a lot of mysticism and mystery to them with the Neptune card showing up. But heck yeah, they are ready for marriage. Hierophant is also the marriage card, if I did not call that out. I want to call that out over here. So let's see how they view the world. This is their sun. We have Venus in Gemini in the 3rd house, flattery, okay, along with strength, which is Leo, more fire energy coming through over here. So air and fire. So the way they see the world, they see themselves, is someone who is very good at communication, very good at talking and expressing themselves, and they exude a sense of strength, okay? So they have a lot of strength, but they can also see through the BS that people may give, because this is flattery, right? So Gemini 3rd house is pretty strong for them. They're an excellent communicator, but they also exude a very, very strong personality, and by not in a negative sense, that they're full of strength, okay? There is a difference between somebody exuding strength and somebody just coming off as a strong personality. It's not the latter, it's the former. So, and that's how they see the world as well, is like you have to be able to discern the fluff from the reality with the Gemini card over here, okay? And value or just have a very clear discernment on what or who you value. That's how they see the world, okay? So this is almost like their sun sign, or this is their own self-view and how they view the world. where they find their security in. And this is the moon energies. We have Jupiter in Leo, so more fire, 5th house energy. Leo card here, and Leo is showing up here as well. Did I say Jupiter? Yeah, this is Jupiter. For some reason I thought Saturn. So Jupiter in Leo, and then we have the 6 of Wands. Okay, so they need to be independent. With this showing up in their moon energies. Moon is all about where we find our comfort and our security. Having an established connection, having an established career, being independent is extremely important to them, and also being accepted for who they are, because the 6 of Wands usually is the recognition card, and then we also have publicity here. So at home, they like to be doted, they like to be appreciated, they like recognition in the home sector for sure, or that's like they would also feel right at home when they're center stage. Okay, this is not somebody who's shy. As I said, very articulate, able to talk very freely and independently, but also not shy if you put them on a stage. This person would command presence, okay? That's what this is. And they find comfort in it, because the moon is all about our comfort. Where do we feel comfortable, okay? So anything, any difficult conversations you want to have as a family, put them front and center. They'll get it done. Okay, so let's see how they project themselves into the world, or how the world sees them. This is our rising. And we have, that's why Saturn was coming through, because I picked up Saturn over here. Saturn in Leo, so more Leo energy, very heavy fire energy again with this group. The signs are different. We have heavy Leo energy and Gemini, but we have Mars, fire, Leo, Gemini, Taurus. Oh, it's all here. And this is about generosity. So the world really sees them as somebody who is very, very generous, okay, which is very nice. It's a very mature, generous person when they look at them. And then we have the 8 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles. So really hardworking. So the world, and this could be like your family, your friends, or even when somebody meets them for the first time. What they project is somebody who is not afraid to work hard, okay? And work hard, not just in work, in connections, in relations, in the community, because we have the generosity card over here. And this will bring them a lot of good karma. If we have Saturn here in Leo, this is something they may have struggled with themselves, like not being on the receiving end, and that's why they may be over-giving to their friends and connections and family. And perhaps that's where the break may have happened, where, when you like keep giving and giving and giving, and your cup gets empty, right? That's when it just like fizzles out, and then you have to retreat and fill your own cup. That's what they may have gone through. But the world, the people see them as that, a very generous, very hardworking and caring person. So beautiful personality, absolutely beautiful. All right, so let's look at the union. Okay, so we're gonna do, let's see what the mental compatibility looks like. We have the Page of Cups. Let me just put these down. We have the 5 of Pentacles. And then we have the 10 of Wands. Okay, so in this union, both of you are going to come in with experiences that have brought you down in life. Okay, I have to call it as I see it. The 10 of Wands is endings of difficult times. The 5 of Pentacles talks about, when we feel isolated and trying to look for help or trying to find hope. And then the most hopeful card is the Page of Cups, right? Still opening our heart. So mentally, you have both a very strong determination and a very strong sense of hope, okay, despite the experiences that you've gone through. And how this will manifest in the connection is that you will inspire each other. You will give each other space to go through this journey where things feel heavy. You will help each other or support each other, and not like clearly like having that attitude of like, I've got your back. That's what this is. And then inspiring some creativity and some emotional healing with the Page of Cups showing over here. Okay, so that's the mental compatibility, is like, we're there for each other no matter what. That is the connection that's showing up here. Emotionally, ooh, we have the Sun, Major Arcana. Happiness, that's it. Like, you bring the light in them, they bring the light in you. I just like, this is so beautiful to have in the emotional sector. And we have the Knight of Swords. And then we have the Ace of Wands. Very interesting energy. So look, emotionally, I feel like one of you is a sharp talker, okay, with the Knight of Swords showing up over here. But at the end of the day, because oh, this could also be, this is kind of seeping into physical too. This is a connection where there'll be a lot of kiss and makeup, okay? You guys may have petty fights, but because there is so much passion, there's so much love in your heart, like you can't be mad at each other for long. The emotional connection is so strong, because Sun honestly is the happiest card in the deck. It is a Major Arcana, more Leo energy showing up. I don't know if you guys are Leo, but fire, okay? There is such a strong chemistry and attraction in this group, but also a lot of love, because this is showing how open our hearts are, that you can never stay mad at each other for long, okay? But one of you is a sharp tongue person. That's what I see over here. So looking good emotionally. Oh, I like this. So what about physically? Now I'm curious. We have the King of Swords, okay? We have the Four of Swords, and then we have the Moon. Very interesting energies. Spirit, help me out here. It's amazing, because this is a whole energy on its own. The King of Swords, there, perhaps in this connection, you would enjoy the traditional, what do I say? Leading and submissive characters, if that makes sense. So it doesn't have to be gender specific. Like, it doesn't have to be like, you know, the male always taking the lead and the female always being submissive, vice versa. It's possible, but very interesting commanding energy here. Okay, so you may take turns being the one in the lead when it comes to the bedroom. Both like very comfortable settings with the Four of Swords. And it's also possible, I have to call it out, because this is such a big energy, you may tire each other out. So, ooh, I like that. There'll be a lot of action, and you'll definitely somebody that you feel at home with, okay? Because this is a big energy of comfort and just like being with each other in each other's arm. A lot of cuddling too. It's just like finding comfort, falling asleep in each other's arms. That's what's happening over here. And then with the Major Arcana Moon here, it's a very strong intuitive connection physically. Let me try to explain that. I know it's because it's intuitive, but it's in the physical energy that was showing up. So you can sense each other's needs very well, and you can also communicate very well about it, and work on it and have action, and then really rest together, because the Moon is also about resting. So it's a very comfortable, expressive energy. I don't know how to explain this, but basically you find so much comfort being yourself with this person, and so do they, that, you know, it's just, there is no effort. You're so comfortable, you express exactly what you want, and so do they. So it's a very, very good match, okay? Very, very open physically, and talking about what we want physically. I like that. I think that's coming in the collective, is like really asking for what we want so we can actually get it. I like that. So let's see. Let's look at the union. This is something starting with you. You may be working on this. This is like a soul lesson. You may be currently working on it, or you may be very close to completing this. We'll look at what they're working through, and then in the union, what you're going to accomplish together. So for you, we have the victim in reverse. And then we have gratitude. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So there's a little bit of still healing that is happening in your soul at this time, which is more around taking charge. Okay, so it's possible, because so much fire is here, that you are also working on your inner fire. And again, it's like the later stages as well, because we have the gratitude with it, where it's all about thinking through whatever experiences we have so we can grow from them. So being even thankful for the heavy experiences that we've gone through. Okay, so if this sounds a bit far-fetched, know that this is something your soul or you're working on. If it sounds like, yes, you've done the work and you are in this stage, then it's of course an indicator of like being very close in union with your person. But that's what we're coming out of, because looks like, look, this is a perfect mirroring energy here with the beggar in reverse, the victim in reverse, and the moth here, as like both of you are just coming out and coming into major self-empowerment time. So you can be ready for each other, right? Okay, so let's see what they may be working on. We have detective in reverse, and then we have health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So what they're, again, health, healing is coming through here. They're also through the final leg of their healing journey. Now the detective in reverse really talks about, you know, because we have the Hierophant and the High Priestess here, I feel like they have broken through some traditions or some conditioning. Let's put it conditioning, okay? And that's why sometimes it can be a little overwhelming with the amount of information we get open to. So that's why detective is in reverse, but they're working through it, okay? They're almost healed, or they're healing. Both of you seem to be getting ready for each other. And then together in the union, we're gonna have destroyer in reverse. How beautiful is that? How beautiful. And then relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. That's what I feel like, you know, together you're going to come into a lifetime where you won't be afraid to shatter and rebuild, shatter and rebuild. And by that, I mean our mindset. Because look, we're coming in with certain experiences, right? So there's a lot of healing that will happen together. And at the end of the day, you will both learn how to be in healthy relationships, not just with each other, but overall with friends, connections, and family, and really finding the truth and raising our vibrations so we attract the right people into our life. But at the same time, understanding that each person comes to either learn lessons from us or teach us lessons. That's how we attract people into our life, okay? So a lot of maturity together is what I'm sensing in this group. So that's how the union would look like. I really like this. I really like this part of like shattering all the old belief systems coming right here under the Hierophant. So take it as it fits. So let's close out your reading with 3 messages from the romance angels. We have honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. I like that. We have free yourself. It is time to take back control of your life. And we have unrequited love. There is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So this may have been, because this is coming with the free yourself, there you or they may have had a separation or a breakup that's coming through over here. And it's just like Spirit's saying, it's time to free yourself from that. It wasn't meant to be. It was meant to help you up level in your journey. But you have a lot of bliss and enjoyment coming through, okay? That's what we're seeing over here. So those are the messages I have for you, pile 2. If you like it, give it a big thumbs up, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and share it with a friend of 2 if you think that will bring them some hope. All right, with that, I wish you much love and light. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi pile 3, welcome to your reading. This is for those of you who chose the Radiant Wise Tarot. And this is what the Lovers card looks like in this deck. All right, so let's get right into your reading. This is just to show you, actually, the cards have been pre-pulled because this reading takes a really long time. I use a lot of different decks. So this is going to be your pile. Sit back, relax, and let's get to know your person. So this first part, again, I like to still say in every pile, please remember this is general, so only take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, you don't have to accept it, just release it to the universe. And of course, use your free will, okay? And sometimes actually quite a bit of times, the energy can be mirroring. So if that's happening, if this looks like your energy, then it just means that your union is much more closer. Again, it is a general. So let's see what your person looks like. We have the Priest along with the Crow. Heck yeah, super spiritual person, very open, very expansive, very wow. This is a very, very spiritual person. They, again, with the Crow, and you know, this little crystal that they're holding, this represents, it's the balance of all the 7 chakras. It has all the colors in it. So again, somebody who is very mature in their heart, in their mind. It does not have to mean there's a big age gap. That's not what I'm picking up, and that's not what if I'm being called to say that, it's to clarify for some of you that no, this is not somebody who's going to be very, very different in age from you, but their soul is very, very mature, okay? And the light attribute here is facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy, and that's exactly what the Crow is. For other piles, I did not call out or even pay attention to the elements that showed up with the animal spirit, but they have strong air energy, so which could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, maybe strong placements in their chart, or general air may be strong. And especially with the Priest coming up here, they're somebody who can easily, with a lot of ease, talk about very polarizing topics is what I'm hearing, because this is not like a priest in a religious sense. This is a priest in a spiritual sense. So they can talk to or speak about and listen to very different perspectives on ideologies, on philosophies, and just belief systems. Not from a point of view of like they're trying to dictate what is right, but from the point of view of growing themselves and expanding their understanding of the world as well. Wow, very wise person. Oh my goodness. And the Crow, of course. Some of you may have a Crow as your spirit animal. If so, comment below. I would love to know, because this is a pretty strong energy that's coming through here. So very, very, very interesting, very wise person, which, you know, they'll be very easy to talk to. Like, you can pick up the weirdest topic and have a conversation with them. So I like that. Okay, let's see, continue with their essence, their mind, body, spirit. What is their mental attitude? They have the Warrior in upright along with 𝗬𝗶𝗨𝗥. So again, without going too much into detail, that was like a goddess who sacrificed herself for the greater good, for her people, and things like that. And then we have the Warrior here, which also talks about strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice, and conquering the ego. So I feel like this person, they have a mindset of serving. Okay, and this may, I want to see what else we have over here in the rest of their energies. But this comes through as somebody who is always willing to self-sacrifice for the greater good, which means they naturally draw, or they may sometimes actually also draw a bit of narcissistic people around them, because they are the giver. They have very high giving energy. And also with the Priest and the Crow, they have a very high vibration, okay? A lot of light that's coming through with them. And sometimes the light can also attract a bit of people, like, you know, energy vampires is what I'm trying to say. So they may have that tendency to overgive. but overall, their mindset is really about serving others. Okay, that's what it says. So let's see what's in their heart space. We have the hero or heroine in reverse, and then we have Sita. So yeah, very loving person, because this is again, you know, when the hero goes overboard. So they have the warrior, self-sacrifice, and then they have hero and Sita. And Sita is also the goddess of devotion. Okay, she like is the epitome of love overall. A lot of, actually Radha too, but Sita like is somebody who left everything and went into exile with her husband to be there, right? So she left all of that behind. So really, really devoted in love, or with their true connections. So that's how they operate. Oh my God, this is such a beautiful person. They're very kind, very kind-hearted. They want to be the hero, but not take the title of the hero. And, you know, they do believe in always like helping others, but sometimes they may get hurt because of that. So let's see what's happening in their soul. We have a pioneer in reverse. Okay. And then we have Durga, right? So, oh, I see that. I had not even looked at the cards. So this is interesting, because that's what their soul is right now teaching them. The pioneer in reverse is trying to balance out, you know, the need to constantly wanting to create something, and Durga is the destroyer. Okay, she's the goddess of destroyer. So this is where the balance is coming. So their spirit, their soul is working through the balance of overgiving and actually pulling it back, and always not looking for something new to sacrifice for, or someone new to serve to. Okay, so really going through a like a growth in their spiritual essence, where they're learning the balance of like, okay, I can't always keep giving, or I should not always keep looking for who I need to serve. Okay, and I don't mean like in a sadistic way, I mean it in like from the generosity of their heart. Okay, but now their spirit is wanting them to up level and mature and claim their power back, because Durga is, she is a destroyer of everything narcissistic, everything that is unbalanced. That's what she destroys. So that's what's happening. So they're going through a let's say they're too nice, and now their soul is actually calling them to bring back their power to themselves and also be the hero for themselves. Okay, because they're a very, very nice person. Oh, okay. All right, let's see. Let's do this. Let's look at some astrological elements before we get into their sun, moon, rising. Let's see what may be some of the astrological elements key at this time in their life. So we have fire. Sorry, my deck is reversed. We have fire. Oh my God, like fire in one way or another has showed up in all the piles today. I guess it's we have Pluto. Ooh, heavy hitter, heavy hitter. I'm going to talk about this. Oh my gosh, I'm going to talk about this. And Aries. Okay, so we have Aries, which is fire, which is the first house. We have fire element, and then we have Pluto. So this is perfectly summing up what we've talked about here. Pluto is the underworld, okay? Pluto is a ruler of the underworld. It's the ruler of our shadow sector, of our psyche. It represents Scorpio, or the 8th house. And then we have the element of fire and Aries, which is the first house. So it is literally, so if I could show you, you know, if you think of this as the wheel, this is our 12th house and this is our first. 12th house is ruled by Pluto or our 8th house, and then we have fire coming up, right? So they are going through a major shift, and they've done a ton of internal work, and now they're coming into their power. They're learning the dynamics of power struggles. That's what Pluto talks about. Okay, Pluto will put us through weird power dynamics. It can be our career, it can be in our family situations where Pluto really brings out the shadow and creates power dilemmas. And with the fire showing up and with these energies showing up, that's what they're breaking through. Ooh, very empowering. Very, very empowering. So let's see what astrological house may be top of mind for them at this point. We have success. Okay, so they're working on their own personal success, whatever it means to them. Could be career, could be family, could be enterprise, could be health, any of it. Whatever success looks like to them, that's what they're working through. Okay, let's see. Let's pull 3 months that may be important to them, to you, or to this connection. We have August, we have February, and then we have January. So January and February came out another pile as well. So those are the 3 months. Could be their birthday, your birthday, the month you meet, the month you commit, or anything, you know, birthday of someone important to them, any of those things. So take it as it fits. If it resonates, this is just the fun part over here. Okay. All right. So yeah, they've gone through some major transformation. Pluto is big energy over here. So let's see how they see the world, their sun, moon, rising, how they feel secure, and how people see them. So the first one, we have 3 of Pentacles along with Saturn in Virgo, isolation. Okay. They see themselves as working hard, but with the isolation showing up. Their 6th house, which is, you know, our daily routines, our health, our fitness, how do we get to work, do we work from home? Looks like they have been on their own and they've been working hard and building their own foundation. And that's how they kind of like, this is our sun, or how we see ourselves, how our ego identity exists, and then how also we see the world. So they have felt a little isolated, okay? And it's felt like it's been like that for a long time, because we have Saturn over here. Saturn is longer cycles. So 6th house, success. Oh, that's why success is here. Success has not been easy for them, okay? But they are literally very committed and very proud of what they've built. They're building one pentacle at a time. They're building their foundation, and they are very proud of what they've accomplished, even though it's been a very long cycle. So again, somebody very humble, views the world as you get in what you put out. Okay, so there's a very mirroring type of energy with that over here. Let me just put it this way. That's happening, but 6th house has not been easy. So their home and work routine has not been easy. It's something that they've tried to work hard at. Okay, so very hard worker overall. Let's see where they find their security. We have Venus in Cancer, birth. So this is the 4th house. They feel at home. Okay, they may enjoy the indoors. They may enjoy simple luxuries with Venus being here. And then they love babies. I gotta say it. They're a very, as I said, very kind-hearted person. Cancer is the sign for home and family. Family is quite important to them, and I feel like with the journey that they've gone through, they may have had some issues with family as well. And then they have the 9 of Cups. Yeah, they are generally a happy person. Okay, they just like to be happy. They like to have fun. They like to, you know, spend time with their loved ones, be at home. You know, it's almost like they may be interested in cooking is what I'm hearing. So they like to like cook and serve. Definitely, I literally, like, they're showing me a man with you know, like a little kitchen towel over their shoulder or in their belt, and they just love to cook for the family, because this is very heavy family influence over here. So that's where their comfort zone is being home, being with family. So, you know, as you come into union, family will be very important to them, or building a family, and like they would be a good chef is what I'm hearing. And this is how the world sees them. This is their rising, how they project themselves into the world. So when people meet them, they see them as somebody very original. We have Mercury in Aquarius, 11th house. They have a sense of originality. They have a unique perspective. And then we have the Tower. Absolutely. So I think the way they are perceived by people, and I don't know why the setting, there is so much space here. So I'll come to the space part. I want to just park it. I'm going to come back to that. Let's finish this first. Gosh, there's so much messages coming through with this person. So the world sees them as somebody unconventional, okay, does think differently, and they can be quite surprising to people around them. But there's also a sense of, this is an innovative person, okay? They are like a self-starter. They come up with the craziest ideas and they manifest them. So again, oh, interesting, right under the pioneer, right? So they may be somebody who's always inventing stuff and always working on something new. They're very, very original. And for that reason, their friend circle may be quite fluid, okay? It may change quite a bit, is what I'm hearing over here. So with the Tower is like, they're not afraid of shattering, breaking, you know, I don't want to say unconventional. What I'm trying to say is like very cookie cutter approaches. They don't go with that. They will find another way. That's how the world sees them. And that's how they project themselves as well. They project themselves as somebody very original. And that's why I feel they have a very expansive mind, very open. So coming back to the space, message that was coming through. You're the third pile, and I think I switched some of the cards, the placements, and there is so much space. It's the same table, literally the same amount of cards, but there is so much space within here. And this is what's the message that's coming through is with this person, they are so mature, they're so wise, because it came over here as well early on with the priest and the crow and this section here. They're very open and connected at the same time, okay? They allow for things to come in. So they are a master manifestor, let me tell you this, because Pluto, success and fire here, and the Tower and originality. They, also because they're very spiritual, they understand how the vibrations work. And there are times where they're very assertive in their goals. So they'll go after their goals, but then there are times with the fire too. But there are times they sit back and receive, okay? So very balanced person. They create space for things to come and manifest into their life. They're not all about the chase. They're about a very balanced, energetic approach. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like there's so much, they allow so much to come into their life. It's beautiful. If it's making sense, it's making sense. But I am just like, wow, this is a very, very balanced energy. Okay, so let's look into the union, yeah? Let's look at what is the mental compatibility with this person. We have the 9 of Swords. We have the Empress. And then we have the 7 of Cups. Okay, so with the Empress being here, there is, you know, a mentality of always nurturing us and nurturing each other. So both of you will really be there for each other, and Venus is going to play a major role, right? So finding comfort in supporting each other, showing each other the opportunities, and that every experience, even no matter how difficult or stressful it is, actually brings us opportunities and helps us grow. So that's the mental attitude in this connection is when one of you is stressed out, the other is going to come and nurture and then show you the brighter side and the brighter picture. So it's a very, very supportive energy in this mental connection where, I mean, if the Empress is showing up, Empress is also about mothering, right? So you will mother or parent each other and show you the bright side and bring, because 7 of Cups is dreamy energy, okay? Like, all right, snap out of the stress. Let's look at the positive. So that's the mental attitude, very, very positive. Excuse me. Emotionally, ooh, we have the Star, another major arcana, very, very healing. We have the 5 of Cups, yep. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So look at that energy. So again, similar to the mental attitude of wanting to be there for each other and showing us the hope and the nurturing, same thing here. Whenever one of you is going to feel down, the other is going to come forward and help you heal and find your, expand your heart space again. So mentally and emotionally, a very, very equal connection that will lift each other up. I can't say this enough. Very, very beautiful. Lifting each other up through thick and thin and being there for each other. There's a lot of love. There's like so much love in this this pile over here. Then we have in physical, 8 of Wands. I like that. Fiery too. King of Swords. I think King of Swords has showed up in all 3 piles. So communication, clearly talking about how we want the physical connection to be, is going to be pivotal. And then we have the World. Oh, wow. Look at that. So this is an awesome connection. Mentally, very well on the same page. Emotionally, there for each other no matter what. And physically, on fire. Because look at that. The phallic representation here. The female representation here, and then really being able to talk through what we want. Okay, so like the message here would be like, please be open to communicating how you enjoy the physical pleasures. There'll be a lot of it, okay, and there'll be a lot of completions. Okay, so you will see each other to completion over and over again. That's what I'm getting here. Very, very hot connection physically as well. I'm blown away. I think this is like the best pile for all 3 energies, mental, emotional, and physical. Very, very powerful. Give each other space as well. The space is just like in my face. I don't know what, and maybe like space means something else to you, because certain words get channeled, and if I say something, you will understand what it means to you. So for some of you, space is important. Maybe like the layout of your home is important to you. Any of that, take it as it fits. But you will give each other space, and I feel you're very individually powerful people. I think I've said this in one of my older readings, and that message is, or that term is coming through as a power couple, where each individually is so strong, but they give each other space to grow as well. And then you come out and be stronger together. Okay, so let's see what soul lessons you are mastering before the union. We have Midas or Miser. Okay, so entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing life's riches, and growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So what you're working through prior to the union is really getting into a growth mindset. And I feel with the 9 of Swords here, some of you may have been through a difficult, stressful time. And now you're coming out and learning that even those difficult times actually teach us and help us grow. So coming into a growth mindset and a manifestation mindset is what you're mastering at this moment or at this time. Let's look at what they're mastering. We have the Scribe in reverse, which says altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. Okay, and then we have empathy. Okay, so what they're mastering at this time is actually learning to absorb more, and that's why maybe the space is here. They are learning to create space for opposite perspectives or different perspectives through empathy. Okay, so learning to see both sides of a situation. And I feel like they're already pretty far ahead on this journey, because all the cards that have shown up over here is pretty telling on how far they are on their spiritual empowerment journey. But maybe there's some elements that they're still working through, okay, prior to the union. And then let's see together. We have Alchemist. Yeah, the Manifestor came out over here. And then we have Peace. So in this union, you're going to continuously keep creating something new in your life. Okay, we also have the Empress. Empress is the symbol of creation. And let me just read this over here. The shadow attribute is misuse of power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. So this was the balance that we talked about over here, is like not over pivoting on spirituality and creating a nice balance for ourselves and being at peace and understanding that I'm a being of love and releasing all the negative energy. So it's like, together you will manifest whatever you want, because the alchemist is the manifestor, and create a lot of peace together. Okay, but this alchemy is not going to come at the risk of obsession. Okay, because sometimes we just like, you know, when it's not in balance, we are learning to powerfully manifest but also allow, and that's what is happening over here. I feel like they're doing quite a bit of the work on allowing things in, and you're doing quite a bit of work of manifesting things, right? So together there's going to be quite a bit of a fluid balance between the two, but at the end of the day, peace. There's going to be such a peaceful connection overall. Everything's kind of fall into place. I feel like it's very, very, very balanced connection. Wow. Okay, let's close out your reading with Romance Angels for your deck. For your pile, an extra card popped out, so I kept it. We have children. Your love life is being affected by children. Let's just pull them all out and then we'll sum them together. So maybe you want children, they want children, or you both want children, or you have children. We have released your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And then we have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So what I'm picking up here again, for you or for them, there is still a little bit of healing that needs to happen so you can create space to know each other. There's that space, that term again. Create the space to get to know each other. And then children again could be with the Empress showing up over here. Both of you are interested in children, or one of you or both of you have children already, or you want to create children together, whatever that means to you. I think in the last pile, another childlike message came through, which is more about you could also create something together. It can be a business as well. So if you've seen that pile, that message kind of is carrying through a little bit, but that's the overall thing, is like you have to forgive and release and heal from the past so you can come into union and really get to know each other and create more things together. Those are the messages I have for you, pile 3. I wish you much love and light. If you liked the reading, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would really appreciate that. I will see you in the next one. Bye.